Hello there, what is going on, Armada players? We have some new product that is going to be in stores near you pretty soon, and it is very exciting. We're going to be talking about the Summa of All Things event pack. I think it was originally supposed to be Summa All Things. It was Summa of All Things. All right, that's what it's called. The Maelstrom, the Maw Beast, the Summa Varanoth from Solo, A Star Wars Story, is going to be making its way to your tabletops for a special event. We're going to talk a little bit about this in today's video. AMG just dropped this yesterday, and it's exciting. So if you guys are new here to the channel, we talk a lot about games like Star Wars Armada, Star Wars X-Wing, Star Wars Legion. I'd love to have you stick around. Plus, we're doing a $25 Amazon gift card giveaway. All you have to do to enter to win that is be a subscriber and leave a comment on this or one of my other videos. Let me know in the comment section what your favorite Star Wars movie is. Because I know some people really liked Solo, and some people had mixed opinions on it. I thought it was actually a very well done film, though probably not my favorite. So we're going to go ahead and talk a little bit about this. So what is the Summa of All Things event pack? I may slip and call this the Summa All Things because I had been used to saying that. Initially supposed to be at Gen Con, and hopefully was supposed to have been out sooner than that, but looks like it is coming soon, quote unquote, soon to stores near you. And first off, can I just say it's nice to see AMG tweeting and posting on social media about Armada. I think this marks the second Armada post for 2022, which is pretty nice to see it, just acknowledged and having development work put into something for Star Wars Armada. It's very, very exciting. There are a lot of people out there who have been saying that Armada was dead or a dying game or whatever, and then of course we've those of you who followed me have known probably that this has been in development for a long time. It was first spoiled, I want to say, back in was it maybe one of the earlier mini extravaganzas, or not long, I want to say earlier in the year, maybe around April or May. This was initially talked about, and so that is very exciting, and it's nice to see it actually show up. We get a little more information in the following image here. So what is the Summa of All Things? It's an event pack. It is a kind of an organized play kit that is special game variant. Like, think of it, instead of kind of doing the mini game where who bids for first player, oh, you're going to choose from my objectives or whatever. It's going to be kind of its own mission, its own objective. We don't know that much about it, but what we have been told is that there is a Summa Varanoth, or they like to call it a Shumagorath, that is hungry to devour fleets, pretty much. And is also going to be coming with the Intensify Firepower alternate art. Of course, that was from the first mini extravaganza. The players kind of voted, basically, and it was an alt art that I think we were supposed to have long before now, but it's better late than never. It's nice to have it showing up. I like seeing that Mon Cala, that MC80 art on the front of that one, and it's going to have a couple of copies of this. Generally, these organized play kits come with enough for 8 players to play. And the players that play will also get to take everything home. And that is what this is going to be. This is very, very similar to some of the Legion OP kits that have come out. And basically, you're going to be able to go to your store, sign up. Maybe it's going to be a tournament. Maybe it's going to be a paid event. Maybe it's going to be a free event. It kind of depends on the store, because the stores have to buy these. You can't buy this on your own. Not through official channels anyway. Basically, you have to, this is designed to get stores to promote the game, to get people in the store playing the game. And you'll go to your store, you ask your store, hey, when are you guys getting the Summa of All Things for Star Wars Armada? It was just announced, it should be coming soon. Have you guys ordered it yet? You have to ask your store. And once they get it, they can set up an event. We'll probably do some here in Orlando. I'll have some coverage of this. And you'll basically pay your $3, $5, $10, whatever it is they're charging. I don't know. And, that's going to depend on your store. You get to go play, and you may not have to pay anything. They may do it like free with a purchase or something like that, and you're going to go play this scenario against somebody else. Everybody that plays gets to take everything home with them. You're going to get to take your tokens, your Shumagorath, which looks to be pretty large, and then also an Intensify firepower alternate art card. An interesting thing is sometimes these OP kits will have come with extra copies of the promos for different languages. Now, the tokens look like they don't have printed words on them. So the tokens would probably just have 8 sets of tokens, but sometimes there's more than 8 copies of the promos because they ship them out in multiple languages. So there's always the chance maybe you get an extra Intensify Firepower if you don't mind it being in like Spanish, French, or German. Or, of course, English, if you're an English speaker. But, yeah, it looks like we're going to have a Summa Verminoth. Looks like, I mean, granted, it's hard to say, but it looks like it's designed to be about the size of a ship base. From the looks of this, it could be a medium ship, could be a large ship, but it definitely looks like it's larger than a small ship. That's my guess. Kind of gauging how big it was in Solo, a Star Wars story, I'm leaning towards large ship, but then again, sometimes the camera angles can kind of skew and distort something to make it look like the perspective makes it look a lot larger than it actually is. You know, also game balance too. Maybe medium size works better. Maybe it's not the size of any ship. Maybe it's an in-between size altogether. Maybe it's actually more of a, you know, maybe it's got a pointed tip. We can't really see the full dimensions of the thing because it's partially obscured by the tokens. Looks like we're getting this larger token and then 3 smaller tokens. This larger token appears to be a Summa Verminoth kind of eye. Like it looks like all the eyes of the beast, of the Maw beast, are here. Maybe it doesn't start in play. Maybe you're doing combat and it shows up in the, you know, beginning of round 3 or something like that. Maybe it just shows up and starts gobbling up ships and then you have to get away. It looks like these other smaller tokens could be hyperfuel containers. Maybe you're trying to gather enough hyperfuel to escape the Maw, and it's a race to see who can get their 2 containers first and get out of there. And maybe there's even a way to destroy the beast. Maybe you can kill the Maw beast if you have enough firepower. Maybe success is the first person to either escape or kill the beast, or maybe there's more to it than that as well. Again, we really don't know very much. What is not shown here is usually that there's also a rules pamphlet that kind of outlays the scenario, how you are supposed to play it, what the tokens do, how the beast might attack ships, how the beast might move. All of those things will kind of get kind of worked out. Now, there's already some mechanics that kind of work and that kind of feel similar to the Kessel Run as it was in Solo, a Star Wars story, like the gravity rift could very easily be something kind of like that. I'm actually really curious if the Maw Beast is going to move. We've seen, look, most games of Armada are 6x3, right? We've seen mobile events, we've seen mobile like things that can move around, like whether it's the gravity rift sucking in the station, or obstacles are moving around the board, or deployment things like Radis warping things in middle of the game. It would be interesting if there was a neutral monster that warped in the middle of the game, or maybe you guys alternate. Maybe like on your turn I move the beast, and on my turn you move the beast, right? Like there's all kinds of interesting things that you can do like that to make it work. I'm not sure how it's going to be, but I'm kind of excited. I'm expecting that once we get more information, we'll hopefully be in the next couple of weeks, I'll be able to bring you guys a little bit more of a detailed video in how this new variant, this new type of game actually plays. And for those of you wondering, this is not going to be a tournament legal kind of way to play. Like this is going to be a side event type of game. And so something that you can either run a whole tournament of all just Summa of all things, if you wanted to do that. And it might be a fun event to run. Tournament might not be the best word for it, but you could, I'm sure you could run that if everybody playing the same game. And I'm also curious how this is going to impact list building, because my guess is that you might want to build a particular list to do well against this. Like if this thing happens to gobble up squadrons, you might want to go with a ship-heavy list, or vice versa. If it's more effective against ships, you may want to go with a squadron-heavy list. If it's got a gravity rift aspect to it, you may want to go with faster ships as opposed to slower ships. If it counts as terrain, you may want to use things like interdictors or Ezra Bridger to be able to move it around. Like it'll be really interesting to see the way all the different cards and ship and different mechanics that exist in Star Wars Armada can influence this. Also, if any are banned from this. Like maybe an interdictor would be too powerful for this scenario, so it's off limits, right? Maybe, who knows? And if you find that it is too powerful, maybe you just homebrew and say, you know what, no interdictors for this game. But yeah, so very exciting to see the Summa of all things officially like revealed. You know, outside of just like casual chat in a live stream. It's nice that it's out there. It's also nice that we got another Armada tweet. You know, the last time we got, I think, an Armada tweet, I think it was for rapid reinforcements, and I think that's kind of all we've gotten this year. So hopefully this won't be the last. Maybe it's like a once every 6 months thing. Does this mean that next April we'll see rapid reinforcements too? Like if they're keeping their tweets about 6 months apart? Who knows? I'll certainly have my eyes peeled and bring it to you as it becomes available. All right, guys, that's going to do it for the Summa of all things. That's all we know right now, but it is pretty exciting. I will talk to you guys more soon. I will talk to you guys later. Make sure you like the video, share the video. Thanks so much for watching. May the force be with you. Live long and prosper. Be excellent to each other. So say we all. Always let the Wookiee win. See ya.